third round of the UAE Rally Championship 2014, the Fujairah Rally was run on the 26th of September. This, the first time that a rally has been organised in the Emirate of Fujairah, was held under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad Al Sharqi, the Crown Prince of Fujairah, and organised by the Emirates Motorsports Club. The event was made up of 3 stages, run 3 times against the spectacular backdrop of the Hajar Mountains in Fujairah. The main service, start and finish of the Fujairah Rally was at the Wedding Square asphalt section opposite the Ruler's Palace. This third round of the UAE Championship attracted drivers from Saudi Arabia, Oman as well as the UAE. Mansour Bilheli, one of the junior talents of the Abu Dhabi racing team, would be seeded 5th, while the reigning Omani national champion Khalid Al Minji and Saif Al Aisri would start as the 6th seeds in a Super Impreza. The first gravel stage of the rally would be just under 8 kilometres and began at 10:30. Sheikh Abdullah Al Qasimi and Steve Lancaster in a tried and tested Mitsubishi Evo would begin first. Qasimi and Lancaster have raced together for many years, including the Middle East Championship. The top seeds finished the stage in the fastest time overall in 6 minutes and 27 seconds, and by the end of the first section lead the rally overall. Second to start, Lebanon's Michel Salah and Syrian co-driver Yazan Rijla. Salah is one of the most experienced drivers in the Middle East and has been competing since the 1980s. Rijla is a navigator who has also competed in the Middle East Championship as well as rallies in the UAE. In the Super Impreza, Salah finishes the second stage with the second fastest time, and at the end of the first section leg, the second seeds hold on to second in Group N. The Chevrolet of the UAE team, Ali Al-Shawi and Ali Obaid, won their T1 category in the Ras Al Khaimah Rally earlier this year. Al-Shawi is one of the best 4x4 drivers in the UAE, and this experienced team finished this stage in a time of 6 minutes and 53 seconds, the second fastest time overall and quickest in the T1 category. The second T1 category competitors to begin the event, Ali Mata Al-Ketbi and Rashid Al-Shamsi, had tested their Nissan thoroughly before the event. In the second stage, the 4th starter sets the 4th fastest time overall, but drops time in the 3rd stage of Farfar with the 7th quickest time, 38 seconds behind the leading T1 vehicle of Al-Shawi. The 5th car to start, the only 2-wheel drive car in the competition, the Ford Fiesta of the Abu Dhabi racing team of Mansour Bilheli and Khalid Al-Kendi. This team are competing the Middle East Championship. Though the car is small, Bilheli manages to finish the second stage with the 9th fastest time, but moves up the field in the 3rd stage with the 6th quickest time, outpacing several more powerful cars. With the early retirement of the Omani driver Khalid Al-Minji, the 7th-seeded Omani pairing of Faisal Al-Rashdi and Mohammed Al-Wardi in a Super Impreza are 6th on the road. Rashdi and Al-Wardi have been regular competitors in the Oman National Championship. Al-Rashdi finished the Ras Al Khaimah Rally 4th in Group N. Here the Omanis record the 6th quickest time of 7 minutes and 26 seconds, but in the 3rd stage they are 4th fastest. The first Saudi driver to start, the 8th-seeded Ibrahim Nasser, would be partnered by the UAE's Ali Mirza in a Nissan Patrol. Setting the 7th quickest time in Stage 2, here, sadly, the 8th seeds are forced to retire in the 3rd stage after the transmission fails. Beginning the event as the 9th seeds in the red Nissan, the all-Saudi team of Ibrahim bin Salman and Talal Al Obaid. This team go on to finish the 10 kilometres of the second competitive stage in the rally in 11th place, but claim the 9th fastest time in the 3rd stage. Former Middle East Group N champion Ron Oakley with co-driver Patrick Mamurin was seeded 10th in a Super Impreza. Oakley, a former Middle East Group N champion driving his first event in this year's championship, would finish the second stage with the 10th fastest time of 8 minutes and 15 seconds. But amazingly, the former champions claimed the 5th fastest time overall in the 3rd stage. The second Omani team to show, in his first rally in the UAE, Saeed Al Hadi and Saif Al Hanai in a Mitsubishi Lancer. This team were using the Fujairah Rally as a practice for the Oman International Rally to be held later this year. The 11th seeds finished the second stage in a time of 7 minutes and 20 seconds, the fifth fastest, but dropped several places in the third stage and retired shortly after. The third Saudi team to begin the rally would be the 12th seeded Khalid Al Farai and Khalid Al Obaid in a Nissan Patrol. This team would drop time due to punctures, but still managed to take the 8th fastest time overall here. The only all-Indian team of Mansoor Parol and Nishad AK would start the event in 14th. Parol has competed and finished in the Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah events. The 14th seeds complete the second stage in 9 minutes and 26 seconds, but climb several places in the following stage with the 8th quickest time overall. The wedding square in Fujairah was the location for the service park and was also where a 2.1 kilometre super special stage was run. This event had 3 scheduled services, one after each of the 3 competitive sections. The super special stage was short and twisty, not ideal for some of the T1 vehicles. The fastest time of 1 minute and 3 seconds set equally by Sheikh Abdullah Al-Qasimi and Michel Salah. This third round of the championship comes on the back of 2 successful rallies staged in Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah. Another event, the Ajman Rally, is being organised by the Emirates Motorsports Club for inclusion in the UAE Rally Championship later this year. The third and final section of the Fujairah Rally would begin at 15:43. The Mitsubishi Evo of Al-Qasimi and Lancaster led the way. The top seeds won the 6th stage here in 6 minutes and 13 seconds, negotiating the extremely rough sections of the Far stage of just over 9 kilometres, which was unique in that it passed under the Fujairah-Dubai highway several times. Qasimi and Lancaster finished the rally in a total time of 41 minutes and 15 seconds, winning both their class and the rally overall. For Lebanon's Michel Salah and Yazan Rijla, the second seeds held onto second in the Super Impreza. Salah won the Group N category in the second round of the championship in Ras Al Khaimah. Here the Lebanese driver's experience shows. Salah and Rijla set the third fastest time in stage 5 but claimed the second quickest time in the final stage of the day to claim second in Group N. Winners of the T1 category in the Ras Al Khaimah event, Ali Al-Shawi and Ali Obaid in the Chevrolet, had begun the rally as the leading vehicle in T1. They stay in the lead until the end of the event, completing the rally in a time of 44 minutes and 14 seconds, taking first in the T1 class and the second fastest time overall. Ali Mata Al-Ketbi and Rashid Al-Shamsi in the modified Nissan began in 4th. In the 5th competitive section, they set the 4th fastest time overall, but can only clock the 6th quickest time in the final stage of Dam. The UAE team finished the event in 5th overall. In the diminutive Ford Fiesta, the UAE team of Mansour Bilhili and Khalid Al-Kendi guided their 2-wheel drive car through the very rough stages to complete the event as the only car in their category to finish, and incredibly taking the equal 7th fastest time here in stage 5 and the 4th quickest time overall in the final stage. The 5th seeds go on to claim the 4th fastest time overall, with the smallest vehicle in the rally, a testament to the quality of this team. The Subaru of the 10th seeded Ron Oakley and Patrick Mamaran would begin the 3rd section up several places since the start of the event. Oakley pulls out all the stops in the final stage, setting the 3rd quickest time of 7 minutes and 2 seconds, completing the event in 7th overall. Completing his 3rd event in the 3 rallies organised by the Emirates Motorsports Club in the only Group S vehicle, Mansour Parol and Nisha AK. Parol, whose first event was the Sharjah Rally at the start of the season, kept up his clean record, finishing the event in a time of 56 minutes and 49 seconds. The last car to complete the event would be the 12 seeds of Saudi team Khalid Al Farai and Khalid Al Obeid in a Nissan Patrol. This team never recovered from problems earlier on in the first section of the rally. The official finish of the Fujairah Rally was back at the Wedding Square in Fujairah. Sheikh Abdullah Al Qasimi and Steve Lancaster taking first in Group N and overall in a time of 41 minutes and 15 seconds. This was Qasimi's second win in the 2014 Championship Series. Second went to Michel Sala, co-driver Yazan Rijla, completing the event in a total time of 44 minutes and 14 seconds. In the Subaru, seated 7th, the Omani pairing of Faisal Salam Al-Rashdi and Mohammed Al-Wardi took third overall and were the highest placed foreign team, finishing the event just 3 seconds behind Michel Salah and Yazan Rijla. In the T1 category, the UAE team of Ali Al-Shawi and Ali Obeid had led all the way, completing the event in a time of 44 minutes and 14 seconds. They also took the second fastest time in the event overall. Second in the T1 category, the UAE team of Ali Matar Al-Ketbi and Rashid Al-Shamsi in the Nissan completed the event in a time of 48 minutes and 3 seconds. The 10th seeds of Ibrahim bin Salman and Talal Al Obeid of Saudi finished third in the T1 category. Beginning the event of the 10th seeds, veteran rally driver Ron Oakley and Patrick Mamarin finished up in 7th overall and 5th in Group N. With Mansour Parol and Nashad AK in the Group S Mitsubishi taking their class win and an incredible 9th overall, Parol's best ever result. Winner of the two-wheel drive category, the promising young driver Mansour Bilhili and the experienced navigator Khalid Al-Kendi had done an amazing job to get this small car through the extremely difficult stages, completing the rally 4th in Group N. The Fujairah Rally, the first ever rally organised in the Emirate, had been a huge success. The spectacular stages, the likes of which have never been seen before in the UAE, provided a new test for the competitors. And with the support of the authorities and under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad Al Sharqi, the Crown Prince of Fujairah, the organisers, the Emirates Motorsports Club, will be hoping to return to this fantastic venue next year.